we need to make sure, and you need to ask every elected official you talk to, that any plan that they pass for the people, that they are willing to participate in, and it should be mandatory that they participate in the plan. What's fair for the goose is fair for the gander, and if you're going to be a leader, you need to get in the trenches and you need to walk with us. And I'm tired of them acting like princes and kings and prompts and going, I'm sorry, they need the same plan I've got. They need to suffer the same way. It is we the people. We are not subjects. And what's happened today is we have sat aside and not said anything. And you look at the plan. So many of the federal regulations that have to do with health insurance, retirement plans, and all the other things that are there exempt our elected officials, exempt our government workers. I'm mad about that. Did y'all get? I'm enthusiastic. My 24-hour deodorant is starting to kick in. But I'm asking you, is that right? No. But yet, we the people have got to raise our voices. We've got to say things. And we need to be doing this. Saturday morning, we've got Karen Handel, I believe, at the IHOP for the Republican Party. They ought to show up. That'd be a good one. Ask her some hard questions on health care, state rights, sovereignty. She'll go, huh? I mean, we need to do that. Okay? But I'm saying this. We need to ask them, if I'm going to support you for a candidate, where do you stand on the issues? Here's one of the issues with health care. Is if the federal government passes this, there are states right now who are looking at the states' right issues and believing under the 10th Amendment that the federal government does not have the right to impose that upon the state. And you're going to have a governor that will sign off and say, we ain't going to do it. Attorney General too. Okay? State sovereignty. And we've got to see that. And we've got to ask our candidates, because if they know that that is important, that's where they're going to have to live, if the people are there. We have a VA system, and I believe we ought to take care of our veterans. I believe we ought to have the finest health care that money can buy. Would you not agree with that? If you're willing to fight for your country and doing that. Now, our military is not near as large as it used to be, okay? And I want to talk about the uninsured. I believe we ought to have guaranteed issue. I said that, but you got a problem. You've got some people who would rather drive a new pickup truck than carry health insurance. Have y'all noticed that? Yes. Now, you've got an issue there. What are you going to do with it? We have some people who have conditions that just can't operate, okay? And I believe we ought to take care of it. I'm not putting them on the street, but I believe we could use our VA facilities, which we have large hospitals that are not even being used totally, but use that as a possibility to deal with those that are uninsured. If they can't afford it, why not do that? And here's the other part. If we offer a scholarship program for doctors to come in and to educate those doctors, and in lieu of them having to pay back loans, that they do service for the VA and provide health care for those people who can't afford it. Is that a fair deal? We need the doctors, and we need to offer that. I believe that when we bring doctors in from out of this country, okay, on the immigration side, let me talk there, I might as well step in all of it. But here's the issue. Is that if we're going to let a doctor come in that's qualified from India or wherever he's from, he should have to do some service, okay, that's as a benefit to get citizenship into this country. You may think that's crazy, but he's going to be he's coming to a place. Why does he come here? Because he can make money. And we need to do something about that and meet the need. There's ways to get it done. No coverage for abortion. None. We do not. Here's what I want to tell you the first thing you do. Number first, it kills someone. Guess what? If your mom had had abortion before you were born, you would not be here. And I challenge you, if you've never seen it, and you young people, go on YouTube and listen to Charlton Heston and watch The Silent Scream. You won't see that on public media. An abortion is a terrible thing, and we punish the innocent. Let me tell you the other part, is that we encourage wrong behavior. We encourage wrong behavior. And lastly, you start reading what's going on to our nation right now and to other nations, is that we are going, right now the United States population is about break even. We're just ahead. In order to keep a population level, you've got to have about 2.11 births to replace the 2 people who die. We're at about 1.79 on the birth rate side, but yet we're filling with immigration. You go to France right now, France is 1.35, and yet that's for the people who are the French. And I'll just give you this, the Muslim community averages about 8. And in 2 generations, France will be a Muslim nation. I know that has nothing to do with healthcare, but it has everything to do with it, because if we do not value the life of the unborn, we will not value the life of the old and the indigent, and we will not say, you know, you're old, we're not going to spend that money on you. And that is already happening in states across our country now. It is happening in Holland. You're seeing some of the things of that nature going on, where they're just allowing the dead, the older, just to die because of no treatment. That's why the issue of abortion is a hot issue. You're going to have to watch that. We need to promote healthier lifestyles, guys. I don't know about you. How many of you watch Little House on the Prairie? Have you ever noticed he came in from work, he says, I think I'll go out to the gym and work. We are a society that work with our hands, but what's happened to us, we have become soft physically. And I'm just saying, how many, I can remember John Kennedy, you remember? What did he promote?
President's Fitness Program.
President Fitness Program. And you know what? Every kid, y'all remember that? You had to meet certain standards. And you know what? Encouraging health. We need to do that, because guess what? Most of the sicknesses can be prevented. Diet, we've learned a lot about diet, smoking, all the things that are there. We need to encourage people to live in a healthy lifestyle. And guess what? Some of it's obviously working because people are living longer than they've ever lived before.
Life insurance rates, life low.
Yep, life insurance rate, all of the things that are there. We, the people, must vote. And can I tell you this? Your vote is the least you could do. If all you do is vote, you will vote for who they want you to vote for and what they want you to vote for. You must get in their face, if you will, in a kind manner, and you need to ask them the questions. Where do you stand on the position of health care? How do you feel the government should handle that? We need to do what Thomas Jefferson said, is that we need to take the chains and we need to chain down some evil men. And when I say evil, is they need to be this. When a representative says publicly, I hadn't read the bill, and it's 1,900 pages. I tell you what, that's ludicrous. He's not representing the people. He's representing himself. Let's look at what the government runs. Medicare, Medicaid, Social Security, U.S. Postal System. Now you watch this. The postal system is the next federal program fixing to fall apart. Their volume is going down by 10% per year. Guess why? Yeah, boy. I have to share this with you. We sent a check to somebody on June the 6th. We'd already sent them a replacement check. They called yesterday. The check got there from June to November. And guess what? It was only a half mile down the street from our office. I said, but it's cheaper, you just take it to them. I want to give you one lesson, and I'll kind of field some questions. I'll be glad to. Because I want to read you a statement from Plato. Plato, he had some things to say that were good, but this one really causes you to think. He says that
the penalty for apathy in politics is to be ruled by evil leaders. Edmund Burke said, all that is necessary for evil to triumph is for good men to do nothing, and that not be said of us.